Yo, what's up? This is Trill OG Bun B, repping UGK for life. Long live the pimp. Concrete Magazine. We in the streets, baby.
This is Concrete TV. Concrete TV.
There's a question that goes on in the barbershops, man, that people argue about is who has more features, Lil Wayne or Bun B? Have you ever considered this? Have you ever thought about it? Can you help put this to rest?
Yeah, I probably got more than Lil Wayne in the sense that a lot of the features I did never even came out. So I've done probably 100 songs that you never even heard of. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? From a lot of street dudes who unfortunately got locked up or even in certain cases died before a lot of these songs even came out. But there's probably 10 albums worth of verses that you never heard from Bun B. I did a whole album with N.O. Joe, the producer, that never came out. But yeah, I think I got Lil Wayne on features because a lot of Lil Wayne's features are mainstream. I did mainstream and a lot of underground shit. So I think I got him beat. I think the only person that's close to me on features is probably Snoop Dogg.
Gotcha. So,
at this point, maybe Bootsy. Bootsy's catching up fast.
You recently teamed up with Statik Selector for a dope project, the TrillStatik. How did that whole link come about?
Well, me and Statik been knowing each other for many years, since probably about 2011. I've been knowing Statik, we've been real close, and he did an album with Saigon in like 24 hours. And so he and I have been talking about doing one, and I was like, yo, we should just do one all the way through, because I know I can beat that time, right? I knew I could beat that time in 24 hours. It was really just a matter of scheduling and everything, and then other projects came in and we were doing different things, and then I was in New York fucking with him, and he was like, yo, we really need to try to do that album. And when we first came up with the concept, social media and live streaming wasn't as solid a process as it is now. It was still in the early days, so it wasn't like the easiest thing to do, and everybody wasn't really on it at that time. But then when we finally decided to go back and try it again, the technology had caught up to the concept, so it was easy for us to execute. And then we mapped out a process of bringing in certain people. We realized that New York was going to be the easiest place to do it because that's where a lot of the talent that we wanted to work with would be at. And then we called the people that weren't going to be naturally just in New York, like Method Man and Big Crit, and we worked it out, man. It ended up becoming an amazing project. We got the live streaming for the people, so people got to watch it live. We dropped live merch, like so while you was watching it during a certain period, you could order the t-shirts and the hats and the vinyl, like all of that shit was available for people live in real time, you know?
And you had some super dope features on there. Was that something that you handpicked, or was
we both picked them? Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it was my idea to call up like Method Man and have Graph and Big Crit and guys like that. And then but it was Statik's idea to bring in Westside Gun, who I think is one of the more interesting features on the album. You know, the Griselda unit is real hot right now. We were able to make that connection very early in the game, you know?
Yeah. So, being in the game so long, man, where do you still find the inspiration to keep coming up with new content and really out-rapping some of the younger guys that are out now coming up behind you?
Well, I understand that if everybody wants to get to the money, right? Everybody want to make money, but I understand that if you make good music, you're gonna make money, right? The people that make the best music make money, you know? Kendrick Lamar makes money, J. Cole makes money, Jay-Z makes money, Nas makes money, you know what I'm saying? So all you gotta do is execute at a high form, you know what I'm saying? And the money will be there, you know? So getting in the game to necessarily just make money isn't really necessary. If you get in the game and make good music, the money will come.
What is your favorite UGK song and why?
That's a good question. Different songs represent different things for me. You know, Pocket Full of Stones, really represents the beginning and the start of what we were getting into, right? Murder is a high moment because Murder was a song that I always wanted to make and that Pimp always wanted to create for me, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of UGK's music up to that point was very slow, and it didn't allow me to show my lyrical technique. So Murder was created specifically for me to rap my ass off, and I feel like I did that. But then one of the last songs we did together was a song called Heaven. Heaven was the last song that me and Pimp recorded together. And it speaks about the afterlife and seeing people that you love later. And so when I listen to Heaven, it's very real for me because now that he's gone, I think about it and I'm like, yo, I hope I get to, if the last lines on the song is, I hope there's a heaven for me, and I hope there's a heaven for you too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a Christian. I believe in the fact that there is an afterlife and there is a God, and that I'll be able to see him once I leave this earth. I'll see him again.
When I mention "Don't Be a Menace," what comes to mind?
The Wayne's boy with the crazy fucking braids. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just you know, the fact that, you know, my song, of all the movie soundtracks that we've done, I think that's probably the only one where you hear the song in the movie.
Yeah.
And it's like early in the movie, like it starts the movie off. You know what I'm saying? So now with Menace to Society, the Pockets remix isn't in the movie when you go see it at the movies,
Yeah.
but when you watch it on cable, because in the movie, where it was supposed to go, they put Dope Man. When it's cooking over, you see the water pouring in the faucet. But when you watch it on like cable, you know what I'm saying, Pocket Full of Stones is in that one.
Oh.
So we didn't get to make it into the movie theatrical release, but we made it into the movie after the fact.
Yeah, because I was watching, I seen it in the very beginning. You still say Big Bun in there.
Yeah. But I also like the Wu-Tang song. They got a song called Winter Wars on that soundtrack. Yeah, I really like that shit. Capadonna like going on for like 24 bars or some shit.
So, man, we see you with your wife all the time.
Yeah, she's here right now.
And that's a beautiful thing, man. What would you say the key to a happy marriage in this industry is?
Communication. Communication and transparency. You got to talk to your wife about what this world is and what she should expect from this world. And then you got to be honest with your woman. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot, women can handle a lot more than men think they can handle. You know what I'm saying? Give her the benefit of a doubt, right? Especially when it comes to money, right? Don't lie about money to your woman. If you trust your woman to be around your money, let her know what the money is. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, women can handle a lot more than men give them credit for. They can handle a lot more than we can. Like, they can handle our truth. Sometimes we can't handle their truth.
This is Concrete TV. Concrete TV.